Hello there, viewers. Welcome to another video. And today we are going to talk about speaking part of IELTS, which is very important. Most of the students are pretty much confused, nervous about speaking test. So let's find out what we need to learn about speaking. And today we have Aswad with us to share his experience. He's preparing himself for sitting IELTS in a couple of weeks' time. Let's find out about speaking. Welcome, Aswad. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me in your video. I hope I can give a very good suggestion and talk about my preparation well.
Really? That sounds great. And we're also very happy to have you here. Aswad, first of all, I would like to know, where are you now in terms of preparation for our IELTS?
Well, if I talk about my IELTS exam preparation from the very beginning, it has been a really tough journey. It was actually very challenging. I had to correct so many errors and correct my mistakes, and I had to improve in a lot of sectors where I was weak. But it was also very fun to learn something new. And right now I'm very confident and I hope to make a really good score.
Really? That sounds great. I would like to know, first of all, how long have you been preparing?
Well, I've been preparing for 4 months now. I started my preparation from October 2024 and now it's mid-March 2025. So it has been almost 6 months.
Okay. Would you like to share with us getting involved with English Arcadia? How do you find it? And what was the feeling in the beginning?
Well, I find it in your YouTube channel and also the Facebook page. First of all, I got this Facebook page coming in front of me. I thought I would like to give a message. So I gave message to the page and luckily you found it. And then I contacted you and I engaged myself in this platform and it has helped me in my English fluency, in my English accent. And obviously it had helped me a lot in my speaking session. I had many interviews with you and it has helped me a lot.
Nice to hear that. Thank you so much. I'm also very happy to have you at my institute. And although it is mostly based on online, we are still happy. We get a lot of students coming every month, joining us. And Aswad, an interesting fact about you, that is, you speak very nice, to be honest with you. When you joined me, joined English Arcadia, in the beginning I found you had a kind of inclination to speak British English. What is the influence behind this? This is very interesting to me.
That's funny.
You're almost there.
Yeah, you noticed this. It's very interesting to me. Well, I have been with this British movie and series from my childhood. I was in English version, so I didn't actually was in English medium, but I was in English version. So I had this, linked up with English culture a little bit. And besides, I love to watch English movies and series, and I watched a lot of BBC News. And this helped me to get through this British accent. I find it, first of all, when I heard it, first thing I noticed that it was a little bit, it was completely different from the American one. And I found that it was at first it was very hard to practice. So I browsed in the internet and I practiced. I tried to talk like the person I've seen in the TV and I tried to mimic it. And now, so in that way,
Are you good at mimicry?
yeah. So it actually came to me naturally, but I would say that, first of all the other students or those who are trying to learn a British accent or whatever it is they may come on, they should first learn the IPA. It is very important for their phonetics.
Very usual, traditional way, people try it.
But I didn't have to learn it because it came to me naturally because I had been involved with this thing like 7 to 8 years. So it was first I tried practicing British accent from class 7. So it was almost 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah. Pretty nice. Thank you so much. And now I would like to know about the time management in speaking part.
Yeah. Well,
This is one of the components like students, I always see, this is my experience. Based on my experience, I'm telling you that most of the students, got no knowledge about time management. They go on and on. And in that case, after a certain time, say for example, 15 to 20 seconds or maximum 1 minute, they struggle. So I want the students to remove the struggle.
Oh
You know?
dear, it was also first the problem I faced because of when I started speaking, especially for practicing in IELTS exam, when I first gave this taking interview, I also faced the same problem.
Yeah.
When I used to talk at my home with my friends or families, then I noticed that I can speak, for a long time. Then I understood that I have the English fluency. But when I get into an interview, I always think about the interview, so it gets me nervous. So it's one thing. And another thing is that students, when answering in question, they go off topic. So when they go into any off topic, they don't find many words or many things to say. It is also another problem. But interviewers will catch it, and interviewers are they're very expert to detect it. And there are some students who try to memorize it, which is very common. There are a lot of students, even many coaching centers. I don't want to say any names, but there are many other coaching centers who gave worksheets to the students and they memorize it. Instead of memorizing, they can have an idea and talk by themselves, explain by themselves. It would help a lot.
Are you trying to say that memorizing is a big problem?
Memorizing is a very big problem because when you memorize it and say the same thing in front of your...
You suggest that rather than memorizing, students should focus on brainstorming.
Yeah.
Understanding the language.
Relish of fact and say something from...
And obviously, in that case, making a habit of speaking
in English is very important.
Yeah.
I would suggest that they should have a partner to speak English with, or they can even speak English with their private tutor. As you know, I talked with Arcadia teacher panel.
I remember that when he came to me, from the very first day, he started speaking in English. I was really happy to see you like this. We sat down and I thought, oh my God, this guy actually can speak English. So why not taking an interview? I was thinking about that, but rather than going to the study, let's find out what's his situation. Where he is now. So that's what I tried to find out. Yeah, I was pretty happy. And still you are on that track. And it's been 3 months almost, yeah? 3 months.
Almost 6 months.
It was 6 months.
Yeah, from October.
From October. So most of the time I put you on the work. I remember that. And I always wonder about your accent changed very quickly.
Yes.
By the rapid change to your because I really
practice I have with you.
Yeah, I'm astounded by this. I'm really, sometimes I'm thrilled about this. I try it with a lot of students. Most of them were not successful about changing their accent.
They're
Shy, and they also have nervousness, to be honest with you. And memorizing is one of the biggest problem here, I guess. You are the one I've seen that you try to understand the facts and you listen to the instruction. You obey the instructions. So that is one of the plus point for you, I would say. Right. So let's get to the point. We are here to talk about speaking test. And first part.
Yeah.
How would you explain that? How to manage?
Well, the time is important, obviously, and there is a saying that first impression is the best impression. So the first 4 questions which will be asked, they should answer it within 4 to 5 minutes, maximum 5 minutes. And they should answer it with proper intonations and proper words and vocabularies. And they can give the answer in a precise way. But they should keep in mind that they have to speak for 4 to 5 minutes, and the interviewer will ask the question. And they cannot say anything off topic. The first part was also a little bit hard for me when I tried to talk. I completed it within 3 minutes. Barely 4 minutes. So within 3 to 3.5 minutes, I completed it. So increasing a 30-second time, it took 3 months for me.
Exactly, yeah. Because most of the students, even some fluent students, what they do, and when they get to the 3rd minute, I mean, they go over 3 minutes, and after that, they run all their words.
They ran up words.
In the kids, I found one thing: learning a lot of words also very important here, because you can't stop at the 3rd minute. You know what I mean? And you don't know how much time is going on and how much time you already gone through.
Yeah, but regular practice will give an idea.
Who actually takes the control in the first part, the interviewee or interviewer? What's your view about?
Well, I think the control is on both of them, because the interviewer will ask question, and he has this thing in his mind that I have to ask question, I have to ask the 4 questions, and the interviewee who is answering, he should also keep this mind that I have to answer.
Time is going on,
Time is
and after certain time, I have to go. It's very
to stop.
they can just go on and on with one questions.
Yeah, if you
Then they run out of the time for the last 2 questions.
so best advice I can give for first part, and also it is an common advice, which will be to add complex sentences in their speaking. This would help combining the answer and making the sentence longer and answering many things within one sentence.
Yeah, exactly.
It saves a lot of time, and also it takes the proper time it is needed.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, and the second part, the cue card, it was very hard for me because I have to speak for 2 minutes non-stop. The hardest part was I could speak very fluent, but I used to run out of words. That is because of the lack of complex sentences and also vocabulary. I had
It's like run out. You used to run out the words in the beginning. I remember that. In where like you have 3 clues, and third one includes explanation.
Yeah.
That obviously it's gonna be
1 minute.
it's gonna be the bigger, bigger time, long time consumption. Workers in the explanation on the 3rd clue. What about the 1st, 2nd clue? How do you manage? Within one sentence, or you go more than that?
Well, it depends on the question. If the question is,
And normally it is given with 6 questions.
if any place or any year or any event, just the date of the event is to be known, then I should answer it within 1 sentence. But the explanation I have to describe when I can give a suggestion to the student from the 3rd question to the last question in cue card, which is, I think it is very important and it's very useful. That is, you can explain the thing which you will be doing in future. So say if I have to discuss about a rice cooker, I can discuss it. And in that last question, when I'm going to run out of words, then I can speak about my future plan about this rice cooker. I can say I would love to suggest my friends and families. I can say I would love to give a business. So these things add up more information, and it is not off topic. It is the interviewer to understand that you are trying to link up your words and you are trying to bring more things and more information. So it will give a very good impression.
I mean, you link up with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So once you say like it can't be very accurate in terms of answering, and you link up some of the things that directly goes with that. So you have to twist.
yeah. And in cue card, obviously the interviewer will stop you. So you can stop by yourself. If you stop, you can stop, but it will give a little bit
Less credit.
less great.
It's not good for you.
No. The final part, we all know that discussion part.
Yeah.
It
takes 5 to 6 minutes.
it was very
Quite tiring sometimes. If you run out of the word in the 3rd word, it's really dangerous for you now. No hope to you. You can't run out of the word through that.
and you have to talk for 6 to 7 minutes. 7 minutes, yeah. I proceed with maximum step. The time limit is 11 to 14 minutes. So now in the discussion part was very easy for me, because in this part, the interviewer will also speak. So whenever the interviewer makes a comment or gives his own opinion, I always agree with him and I try to link up more words according to his agreement and opinion. So it was very easy, and there are 6 questions. So here, candidates can use complex sentences, and obviously they have to give their answer, in a very precise way, and only the needed answer they need. Each question shouldn't exceed 3 to 4 sentences, because here are 6 questions, and each question can be extended for 6 minutes. So we have to be very careful.
In terms of explaining things.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent a long time with one question, so you're gonna have time running out for the next, for the rest of the questions. So it has to be. So answer has to be prepared, prepared into your memory with
Yeah, but there's a thing. When you're trying to prepare him or when you're brainstorming, it is best for the candidates to speak a little slow because when they're speaking fast, they always mix up. I used to do that. I used to speak very fast. It goes with them.
Isn't it come to the something come to the mind that I can't stop. If I stop talking, I can. It would prove that I'm fluent.
Yeah.
So that actually given an influence, and nervousness starts from there. And I think,
Yeah. When you speak so fast, you obviously ran out of words. So you have to speak a little slow, not too slow, a little slow. And this,
so the way you're talking,
yeah,
the way you're
well,
talking
right
now,
I am talking right now.
yeah,
It is the best speak.
yeah, it seems very relaxed.
Yeah, here this will also help relaxing your mind and answering more questions, finding more words. You know, I am maybe at 12. I've been speaking for 15 minutes and I haven't run out of any words. So this really helped. And the best thing is that the British accent really helped me here because it is usually it is slow, and I'm not very expert in it. I'm learning it, and
You're still on it.
yeah, I'm still on it, so I cannot speak fast.
Yeah. So your native language, so it's obvious you're gonna struggle with it all the time. But by the time goes on, you're gonna be, better and better.
Yeah. Well, accent isn't everything. The thing is that you're fluent.
So what comes first in terms of being fluent?
Well, you have to be. You have to have a.
Obviously, combination of a lot of things. But what comes first as a psychological therapy?
I think a very good pronunciation.
Now, I'm talking about the fluency. I mean, what comes first? I mean, do you agree with that? Making a habit, whatever you know,
Yeah.
whatever your skill, or you don't have any skill, zero skill. You just know a few words. You start with that. I mean, then you make a habit of speaking and learning more words.
And you have to make your habits. You have to read books. This will help, and watch movies and try to speak like the actors.
So the ultimate, the bottom line actually comes here, brainstorming.
Yeah.
You're getting the language.
For getting the language, I have to be involved with them for most of the time of the day.
Exactly.
And if I have no one to talk to, then I can speak by myself, record it, hear it, try to speak that again, and this will help correcting the mistake.
You do your self-assessment.
Yeah, I did, and
Good idea.
a lot in the speaking part, and also learning a lot of vocabulary to help me getting through the reading part, which was also hard. The best thing for listening is always listening to movies without subtitle, watching movies without subtitle, listening to English music. Try to say what they're saying. I mean, I'm trying to say you don't have to speak in English every day. You also have to think in English. Whatever comes in your mind, you have to think that in English. This will help.
Right. We're very close to the end. And what's your suggestion for the learners?
Well, since I still haven't get my exam,
You registered and you're going to sit for exam in next couple of weeks' time.
for the best preparation, the way I do preparation is, the best suggestion I can give is, number one, you should practice English with a partner. Even if you have AI in your phone, artificial intelligence, you practice with him. So this will help. And another thing is reading books helps a lot because in the reading part, there are 3 passages and we have to complete it with 1 hour. So I think everyone should try to complete a book, one book within 2 weeks. This will help. And for speaking part, one should practice. If they're not so fluent, then they should keep 6 months in their hands for the best result.
Overall, you're trying to say a person who aims to take our course, wants to participate in the IELTS exam,
Yes.
he must make an atmosphere, English atmosphere. That includes reading, writing, and analysis also.
And I think
Even if he wants, he can go through it AI
yeah,
and analyze it.
even I did it. And they should obviously target a higher band score. It is obvious that if you get 6.5, minimum 6.5, you can apply to any university. But you should try to make a grade of 8 You should aim for it. For me, I am aiming for it.
Okay, well, when no question comes to you, what are you aiming for?
Well, I'm aiming for an 8, but a 9 in speaking, and let's see what comes.
I'm sure. I wish you all the best. I'm sure you are trying your best, and I think it works in a natural process. You know what I mean? Because once you aim for, everyone wants a more, better or highest. But success comes in. The more you're natural, the more you are into it. Success depends on that. You know what I mean? So it is really nice to have you. Last question to you. In 3 parts of speaking, which one are you most comfortable with?
I'm comfortable with the discussion part.
Discussion part. As I can see, you are very good at discussion. Suits. I can understand. But bear in mind, you need to go through with first 2 as well.
Yes, well, yeah.
If you're not good at first 2, you can't get to the discussion part. So there is a barrier. You have to be good with that. All the best. Shuvo, to be honest with you, you spend your valuable time with us, and I'm so happy to be a teacher, to be honest with you. I got lots of students, but you are one of the exceptional one who actually picked up British accent very rapidly. Within a very short time, you picked up British accent. Like every student I try to teach, accent through IPA, but you are the one who is completely exceptional. You never went through the IPA. From the beginning, you tried yourself in a natural process. So I think this is the biggest advantage I think you took, as you had a habit of
I had
watching British movies, talk shows, and also
help from
BBC News and a lot of things. I've used all kinds of resources to pick up British accent.
so it is everyone who use that.
Exactly. I also do make suggestions to students, but unfortunately they can't get used to with it because there are a lot of influence from the surroundings, traditional way, just to memorize things and to think that, oh, I'm speaking and I have to speak British. No, they just learn something that way. This is the way they talk. This is the way they pronounce the word. You just listen to carefully and you make a habit with that. That's it. And if you think too much about it, I think it doesn't work.
Yeah.
If someone thinks a lot about British accent, it doesn't really work. Based on my experience. All right. It was really, really nice to have you. And obviously, this is not the last one. I'm gonna call you again.
I would love to be
Post exam, you know what I mean? Post of my IELTS test, yeah. After 2 weeks, and I think after 1 month, you're gonna get your certificate in your hand.
Yeah, it is.
Let's take the challenge.
Also very helpful to me to improve my.
This is a speaking challenge for the video today, and again, it will be feedback challenge. You're gonna talk about. You're gonna give us feedback. All right?
Yeah.
Because this is the first time you're sitting for IELTS test, right?
Yeah,
This is the first time. And your background is HSC, just HSC, so you're fresh. Just completed HSC, National Curriculum, HSC, and you are sitting very soon for the test. And I'm sure you're gonna give your best part for the last 2 weeks, and wish you all the best. Dear viewers, it was really nice to have Aswad with us. He actually gave us vital information about speaking components of IELTS. Speaking, everybody is nervous, and that's what I've seen. Based on my experience, I've seen everybody is nervous about speaking. To be honest with you, it's nothing to be nervous. It's really relaxing once you take it positively. So I hope Aswad's suggestion and Aswad's experience that he shared with us will help you. And see you next time in the next video. Thank you. Thanks for watching.